Hi guys, today's the day. I did it. Went and voted. That being said, just doing this quick video just to encourage everybody, get out and vote. Another thing that I noticed, the last time I went to vote for presidency anyway, like we had to fill out the cards and pick the ballot. Isn't that crazy? We didn't even have to show, or at least I didn't, at where I went to vote, we didn't even have to show our IDs, like for proof of residency and all that stuff that you normally have to do. We didn't have to do any of that. Only thing I had to do was fill out this little paper and then put the chipped card inside the ballot box, or not the ballot box, but the computer, and everything was touchscreen. How was it? Was it like that for you guys too? Was everything touchscreen? Did they make you show ID? Or what was your experience with voting this time around? It's your God-given right to vote. It's an opportunity of freedom, so to speak, that is afforded to all of us. And it would not do that freedom justice to not vote. I know the candidates are not ideal. I know that it's hard to choose who you want to vote for, but this election is so important because we're going to be voting on some very important things. One of the biggest points for me in this election, one of the biggest points, is Supreme Court judges are going to be put in place by whoever is the next president. That's an important thing. That's just one among many. But what I want to just emphasize is, I hear a lot of people saying, oh, you know, the candidates are so bad that I can't choose anybody to vote for. And you can't feel like that. I know, because I've been there at some point too, but you gotta vote. You gotta pick. Try not to go based off of your personal feelings for these candidates, because if I go off of my personal feelings for either of these candidates, I won't want to vote either, because I'm not head over heels in love for anybody. But what we do have to keep in mind is that there is not a single person on this planet that's perfect. That's perfect, period. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's got something, skeletons or something that people don't know about them. And the way our country and the way the world is, as soon as somebody is in a spotlight, they dig and try to pull up all these skeletons and blast them before the world to see. And what I think that we fall into as people is, when something like this comes along, voting and things like that, we expect the candidates to be perfect, spotless, and all this stuff. But the reality is, none of our lives are perfect and spotless, regardless of what we see on TV, regardless of what you hear, or how people try to put forth the way that they live and seemingly have these perfect lives. Nobody's life is perfect. No person is perfect. And another thing for me as a believer that I have to keep in mind is, God is in control. Period. God is in control, and whoever it is that does win this election, it's not going to be the end of the world for us. You know, we have to believe that no matter what, that's still just a person that's going to be in office, and God can use anybody. He used Caesar. He used Nebuchadnezzar. These are people that weren't good people, but look at the outcome. Look at what God brought about through these wicked people that he allowed to come to power. So, in light of all this, don't go deleting friends off of Facebook or threatening people. You know, they have a right to vote for who they want to vote for, just like you have a right to vote for who you want to vote for. And at the end of this, don't sever ties with family members over who they are voting for. You know, it's an election, and these are people, and they should not have enough power over you for you to sever relationships and destroy relationships over somebody's differences of opinion. Now, if you can't talk about and you can't be civil enough to respect somebody's choice, then don't dig deep or even dive into who somebody is looking for. I, for one, am not in agreement with a lot of people that my family and friends are voting for. But you know what? Regardless of who any of us vote for, God is in control, and who am I to judge somebody else for what it is that they want to do? You know what? Vote for who you want to vote for. I'm still going to love you. Even if I don't agree with your candidate, I still love you, and I won't let it ruin relationship because of our differences of opinion. In the end, I'm not the final judge. God is. So, all right, that's all I want to say is go out and vote. Do not sit at home. Do not sit this vote out. It's important whether you vote, whether you don't vote. It's important, and it does make an impact, have an impact. So vote for the issues. Vote for what it is that each candidate is supposed to bring forth. Do not vote based off of your personal feelings, because your personal feelings is not what the decisions in the White House are going to be made off of. You know, digging deeper. I just can't stress that enough. All of us are imperfect. All of us have things about us that we are not proud of. That's just the nature of human beings. That's just who we are. Don't let your personal feelings for a person's personal life get involved in you deciding whose policies are going to affect your life for the better, who's more in alignment with what your view is. All right, stay safe, stay safe. Not stay safe, stay safe. Go vote.